What's going on? It's Will, your certified range therapist, and today I'm going over 3 common dry fire mistakes. All right, mistake number 1 is grip. Even though we're not firing live rounds in dry fire, we still want to grip the pistol as if we're shooting live rounds at the range. One of the common things that people will do is they'll just hold the gun knowing that it's not going to fire, when in actuality you need to be using the same grip, applying the same force and pressure the same way you would do with your grip on your gun when you're shooting at the range. The next problem I see is unrealistic practice, and that usually shows up in a couple of ways. One way is that all we're doing is shooting groups. So we're just shooting slow fire, making sure the empty cartridge doesn't come off the front sight, or make sure our front sight doesn't move or our dot doesn't move, whatever it is, but that's the drill we're doing. We're just pressing the trigger without moving the gun. While that is incredibly important, that's not the only thing you should be doing, because if you need to use your gun for self-defense, if that's why you're practicing, you're not going to have time to do everything slowly. So you need to be able to do things at a realistic pace. Same thing if you're in competition. Again, you're not going to do that slowly. So whatever reason that you have a gun, if it's involving self-defense or action sports or practical shooting, I should say, then you would need to do that at a realistic pace. Tied into that is going too fast. So what I'll see a lot of times in videos, I'll see someone draw their gun and they're just throwing their gun all around, and if you know what you're looking at, you can tell they wouldn't have hit shit if those were live rounds. So making sure that you're actually being visually accountable for each shot. There's nothing wrong with going really fast, but you want to make sure that you're actually seeing what you need to see for each shot, not just throwing the gun around. It's really evident when someone's doing that online. So just make sure that you're actually being visually accountable for each shot, because at the end of the day, in most cases, you should not be trying to shoot faster than what you can see. The last thing is not using a timer. So while you might not need to use a timer every time, you will want to use a timer a good amount of the time, because you have no way of measuring whether or not you're actually speeding up. And speed is important. Yes, accuracy is important, but both of those together are what you need. One without the other is almost a waste of time. So we want to make sure that we're using that timer so that we can be held accountable for whatever particular drill that you're doing. And then it'll also allow you to monitor success, failure, or if your part time is 1 second for a drill, you could put it at 0.8, excuse the wind, or 0.9, and then put yourself under a little bit of stress and see what kind of issues arise, and then fix those, and then you might find that you've shaved some time off your par. So the list is much longer than that, but I figured I'd just cover a few things today. Please let me know if you have any questions. I also do teach a dry fire class once a month. So contact me if you're interested in that. That class is an hour long. You do it from the comfort of your home, and it's only $20. But y'all be safe.